Hey, what's up, y'all? Classic Kev back with another episode. Y'all, honestly, it's probably the most important episode yet because on today's episode, guys, the Ethereum 2.0 merge is complete. Ethereum has now transitioned from its proof of work protocol into proof of stake blockchain. And so I got all the news on that, plus all the top news stories of the day. So let's go ahead. Let's get started, guys. And we're going to start today by looking at the markets. Bitcoin down almost 1% on a day, sitting at 19,000. Guys, it's really getting to the levels that I really want to buy at and make some big purchases. So be on the lookout for that because I'll make videos when I make any large purchases. As y'all know, I buy $50 of Bitcoin and $50 of Ethereum every week automatically, through Coinbase. But I'm looking to make some big purchases. And what I'm really looking at right now, guys, is Ethereum, sitting at $1,500, down 6% on the day. I know what you're thinking, but Kevin, Ethereum switched to Ethereum 2.0. Shouldn't it be surging? Well, that's kind of what we talked about last episode, guys, that the whole buy the rumor, sell the news. Again, guys, we are in some crazy geopolitical and economic times, so we could see, these assets continue to go lower. But I do not think for long. I do not think for long because worldwide adoption is coming, guys. It's basically here. So let's get into the next story, guys. So our overlords at the World Economic Forum, they even posted about the Ethereum merge, what it means for the cryptocurrency industry. So the World Economic Forum posted this, guys. Ethereum is about to switch blockchain verification system from proof of work to the more energy efficient proof of stake. Ethereum merge could cut the network's energy usage by as much as 99.5%. It could be a sea change towards sustainability for the cryptocurrency industry. That's right, guys. So the World Economic Forum, they're very big on this environmental and the ESG narrative. So Ethereum switching to proof of stake is top of their priorities. So they made it a point to post about this, guys. But I got some bad news. Regarding the switch to proof of stake. Check this out, guys. This just posted on a Wall Street Journal. Ether's new staking model could draw SEC attention. SEC chair says system used by Ether following software update could trigger securities laws. So that's right, guys. So this is what, and check out this quote from Gary Gensler, the chair of the SEC. From the coin's perspective, that's another indica that under the Howey test, the investing public is anticipating profits based on efforts of others. Mr. Gensler told reporters after congressional hearing, he said he wasn't referring to any specific cryptocurrencies. Some of the largest cryptocurrencies, including Solana and Cardano, and as of this week, Ether, use proof of staking to verify transactions. So I know what you guys are thinking. So, and if you're wondering what the Howey test is, the Howey test is what the SEC uses to determine if something is a security or not. So if you're a crypto or a stock, you don't want to pass the Howey test. Now, as far as Gary Gensler goes, and as far as is Ethereum 2.0, is this a security? I still do not think it is a security, guys, even though it uses the staking mechanism to verify transactions. I still don't think it's a security, and I'm a little confused by what Gary Gensler, what his motive is, because I know a lot of you thinking, like, what is the SEC, or what does Gary Gensler know about cryptocurrency? Well, let me show you this, guys. So Gary Gensler actually, this is a Washington Post article. Gary Gensler, the path forward, cryptocurrency with Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler actually taught blockchain and crypto at MIT. Yeah, you can't make this up, guys. So check out this YouTube video. Gary, Blockchain and Money by Professor Gary Gensler. And look, there he is. So guys, if you want to learn more about crypto and Bitcoin, you can go on YouTube and you can take these MIT courses for free and learn all about it. So Gary knows what he's talking about. Gary knows a lot more about Bitcoin and crypto than probably, just about anybody on planet Earth. I don't know what the obsession is with basically wanting to vilify every crypto as a security, because they are not securities, guys. And I know it can be confusing at times, but they're just not securities. So this is something we'll continue to monitor, because you do not want to be, you don't want you don't want Ethereum being investigated by the SEC, because look at the whole XRP. Look at that whole thing. I mean, it got delisted from all the major exchanges. It's going through lawsuit after lawsuit, and the XRP army is still waiting for these lawsuits to get settled and for XRP to be deemed not a security, so it can see the mainstream adoption that the XRP army wants. So definitely very, very confusing, guys, because if XRP is a security, then technically Ethereum should be a security. And if Ethereum is not a security, then XRP shouldn't be a security. So I know it's confusing, guys. But next article. So the merge is killing Nvidia GPU prices. The Ethereum merge is expected to happen September 15th. So that's right, guys. So the Nvidia and I'm an investor, not financial advice. I am an investor in Nvidia stock. They produce the GPUs that these mining companies use for the computers to mine Bitcoin and Ethereum. So by Ethereum switching to proof of stake, you have a lot of miners who are like, well, we're out of business now. We wanted it to be proof of work because they're mining transactions with these GPU miners. So by switching to proof of stake, the miners are pretty much useless at this point. So what they do is they either take their miners and that's why, and again, that's probably why we're seeing a lot of Ethereum selling off, is the miners are dumping their Ethereum, and then they're taking their hardware, they're either selling it to somebody building a computer or somebody into video editing or gaming or something, or they're taking their GPUs and they're switching to another blockchain that's still proof of work that they can convert their GPUs to mine for. And things that come to mind would be Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic, I believe they can use these GPUs to mine, and a bunch of others. But again, guys, it's a tough time for a miner. I'm invested in a bunch of mining companies, one being Hive Blockchain that mines Ethereum. So I'm not a fan of the merge. I'm not a fan of the switch, and I think the whole narrative is kind of misleading. Now, that gets me in, speaking of narratives, that gets me into this next article. China court rules crypto can be traded despite digital currency ban. A court in Beijing has found cryptocurrency is protected by Chinese law. Guys, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Check out the Finbold article. Check out this Finbold article. Chinese court approves crypto trading, but not its use as a cash substitute. All right. So basically what the Chinese government's saying is you can hold these assets, you can trade these assets, but you cannot use these assets to buy goods and services in China, because China has their own central bank digital currency, their digital yuan, that allows the Chinese government to track and monitor every transaction of all their citizens, and it's part of this super evil social credit score the Chinese have. Now, I know you think this is crazy. Go look it up. Go look up the Chinese social credit score. So that's one of my biggest fears as far as what CBDCs and what a central bank digital currency could really be. And the Chinese kind of are building out the model that the authoritarian world will try to emulate. So you'll see other authoritarian regimes try to emulate this CBDC model. So we must reject CBDCs at all costs, guys. But what I find interesting is that I don't think it's so much that the Chinese are allowing their citizens to trade these assets and hold these assets. I think they know that they can't enforce it. They can't stop their citizens from buying Bitcoin. They can't stop their citizens from owning Ethereum. So they just say, man, just let them do it. You just can't transact with it at local businesses. So definitely something to keep an eye on, guys, because as you know, what was the narrative all last year? China bans crypto. Crypto's going to zero. China bans crypto. And then you see these articles, and it's, again, guys, it's, I think I'm being proven right on this channel a lot. Again, guys, the price action's been pretty terrible in crypto, but we can see the mainstream narrative switching. Check this out, guys. This is another Finbold article. Climate activists pressure Bitcoin to follow Ethereum's environmental shift. Guys, you can't make this up. So check this out in the article. With fires raging around the world and historic floods destroying lives and livelihoods, state and federal leaders and corporate executives are racing to decarbonize as quickly as possible. Ethereum has shown it's possible to switch to an energy-efficient protocol with far less climate, air, and water pollution. Other cryptocurrency protocols have operated on efficient consensus mechanisms for years. Bitcoin has become the outlier, defiantly refusing to accept its climate responsibility. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So this is kind of what I feared was going to happen. That Ethereum was going to switch to proof of stake, which, that the blockchain is a lot more energy efficient, but that these climate narratives were going to start to attack Bitcoin. And it's very misleading, guys, and it's a very misleading argument. It's a very misleading narrative because while Bitcoin, it's proof of work, it is more energy and it does utilize more energy than a proof of stake blockchain. But the thing is that these miners are finding and revolutionizing green energy through solar, wind, and even volcanoes in El Salvador to mine Bitcoin with green renewable energy. And I think that the powers that be, the central banks, I think that they want Bitcoin to switch to proof of stake because it'll be easier to control. So if they can switch it to proof of stake, they can buy it all up and then stake it, and then essentially they can determine which direction the blockchain goes. But again, guys, we're not changing the code. Bitcoin code, it's perfect. It's perfect. It doesn't need to change. It needs to stay proof of work. It needs to be, this is the most secure network in mankind's history. So we're not switching the blockchain based on these fake environmental narratives. Now, if these environmental narratives were truly just, then why doesn't the military industrial complex, why don't they decarbonize? Why doesn't the military industrial complex, why don't they reduce their carbon output? China is the largest emitter of carbon in the world. We don't hear any narrative of China having to reduce their carbon emissions. So this narrative, it's just a way to attack Bitcoin, guys, and we're not falling for it. We're not falling for it. All right. And again, check it out. Our World Economic Forum overlords. Can cryptocurrencies become friendlier to people on the planet? Like, why don't they go after China? Why don't they go? I mean, guys, how much do you think a aircraft carrier, or tanks, fighter jets, how much carbon emissions do they emit? Why don't we go after them? Stop wars. I'm anti-war. It's no confusion, guys. I'm anti-war. All right, so next Finbull story. U.S. Senator blasts SEC for not sharing crypto framework, pushes for Congress to intervene. So this is definitely interesting, guys. So United States Senator for Pennsylvania, Pat Toomey, has blasted the SEC for not providing a crypto regulatory platform. So that's right, guys. So check this out. The problem is that the SEC isn't sharing with us the framework they're using. Gary Gensler famously argues that virtually all crypto tokens are securities. I think reasonable people can disagree with that. He would exempt Bitcoin from that classification. Therefore, Congress ought to step in and provide a framework. In the meantime, Chairman Gensler owes us much more clarity on how and why he intends to apply SEC regulations, Toomey said. So guys, basically what the SEC is doing is they seem to just want to classify every cryptocurrency as a security so that they can regulate it, control it, and attack it. And this is wrong. We just want clear framework. Just give us the guidelines, what the crypto industry is, who regulates it, and what are the specifications. They've failed to do that. They've failed to do that time and time again. BlockFi got fined like $100 million because, they've asked for regulation and they received no clarity. Coinbase, too, was in some stuff with the SEC as well because they're not receiving the regulatory framework that they need to operate their business. So hopefully soon, guys. Hopefully soon. And I think that's going to be a big part of what's going to make the markets move. Next article, guys, check this out. Coinbase now lets users check which politicians are crypto friendly. With midterm elections just around the corner, Coinbase is rolling out an app tool to help users see which candidates are pro-crypto. And guys, I firmly believe this, no matter your political party, that this is a bipartisan issue, that these assets are going to do nothing. This technology is going to do nothing good, but good for the American people as well as the people of around the world. It's a way that we can combat inflation. There's so much ingenuity that can be brought from Web3. So I believe that if politicians want to be elected, they're all going to be pro crypto. I don't think that this is going to be a right versus left issue. I don't think that this is going to be a, Republican versus Democrat issue. I think they're all going to be pro crypto, or they won't be elected. At least they're not getting my vote. But anyway, so last story, guys. This was pretty wild. South Korea looks to invalidate Terra co-founder Do Kwon's passport report. The CEO of Terra, along with 5 others, were issued with an arrest warrant on Wednesday. So yeah, as y'all know, the whole Terra Luna collapse. And I don't have time to get into what happened with Terra Luna, but basically the founder of it, Do Kwon, he's looking to get arrested right now. Crazy story, guys. So as always, guys, I don't know if Do Kwon's a scammer or not. I really don't know what exactly happened, but I do like to see justice being served for anybody, committing fraud or scams in the crypto industry. So I guess this might be a positive story if, in fact, Do Kwon is guilty. Anyway, y'all, I'm Classic Kev. Thank you so much for watching. Made this far in the video. Drop me a rocket ship emoji in the comments. Anyway, y'all, I'm out. Peace.